He brought me a surprise. Best night ever. I feel like I'm going a mile a minute. I just need to take my own advice. Hello guys, and happy Vlogtober day 20. We literally only have 11 more days of this. Like, that is crazy. We are over halfway done. I'm shocked. And even thinking about like Vlogmas right now, I'd have 5 more days of Vlogmas and I'm feeling good. So that also makes me feel very optimistic for Vlogmas, because that usually is a lot harder than this. But this has just been so much more fun and more easy. So we will see how Vlogmas goes this year. But it's actually about 3 p.m. I just got back from a coffee shop that I went to this morning. I was there for about 4 hours just getting work done for my job, or you know, not my YouTube job. I feel like I get more work done when I'm not here. So sometimes I'll go to the stores or like the shops to get my work done, but there's no offices there. Like, there's not an office room, there's not a conference room, there's really nowhere for me to formally work from like a laptop kind of thing if I go to the shops. So I do it from home, but I've learned that like I just can't focus here, because when I'm here or in my office or anywhere in the apartment, my brain is just on YouTube or like my social media job. So I get distracted really easily, or I don't feel as productive because I'm thinking about like, oh, I should be filming this, or I could be editing this, or oh, I forgot to like answer this DM or something. And it's really hard to get in my like job headspace here. But also I hate going to the shops to work because I just have to stand at some random counter and it's just a lot. So for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, I've been going to a coffee shop to get work done. And it has been so helpful. Like, I feel like I'm so productive there because it's a neutral space, or it's a new space that I don't have to think about YouTube at or anything like that. So my brain is solely on my job and I can just like answer my emails and make graphics and do whatever I need to do there. So I was there for about 4 hours and I got a lot of work done. I didn't get everything done, but I was getting hungry, so I wanted to come home and make some lunch because it's like 3, so it's time to eat. But I wanted to share that in case any of you guys work from home too, because I'm just now, even though I've been doing this job for like a year, realizing that, you know, I work better when I'm not at home. So if you need a good space to like focus on, I would recommend going somewhere, whether it's like the library or a coffee shop or anything that's not your house. And honestly, I'm disappointed at myself that it's taken me this long to realize that, because I used to share that tip in a lot of my college related videos, because a lot of people would say that they like to study in bed, but then they always fall asleep, blah, blah, blah. And I used to always say you need separate spaces, like making your desk for homework and your bed for sleeping, because when you go to your bed, your brain's gonna think sleeping and it's really hard to get work done there. So like having separate spaces helps your brain get into the mode of whatever you're trying to do in that space, or whatever your brain is used to doing in that space. So I don't know how I didn't like apply that to like post-grad life, where here in my office, like my brain, that space is for YouTube, that space is for editing, that space is for whatever I need to do for like my fun side of my job. It's not for my real job. So now I've realized that I need a different like mental space to do my job. So I don't know, crazy how things come full circle and how some of my tips from like college can help post-grad. So I just need to take my own advice. But I also feel like I'm on like 10 because I had a bigger coffee than I normally do. I knew I was gonna stay there longer, so I was like, oh, let me get like a 16 ounce instead of a 12 ounce, because there they have weird sizes. It's not like a Starbucks tall, I don't know, they don't call them that, they just call them by the ounces. So I got a 16 ounce of the coffee I usually get, and I'm like, feel so jittery, and I don't know how much like espressos, I have no idea how much caffeine is in that. It's just really good, and I usually get the 12 ounce. I feel like I'm going a mile a minute, and I feel like I could do so much, but also like, what is there to do? This is fun. But I do want to make lunch, and I feel like that'll also help. Side note, I had this Trader Joe's miso ramen soup yesterday for lunch. It's actually really good. However, the portion is really, really small, which is like normal for miso soup. I mean, granted, I only really get miso soup when I'm at hibachi places, and they give it to you as like an appetizer, and it's something really small. So it's like that amount of noodle and stuff like that. It was really good, but I didn't feel full after it. But I don't think that's like the intention of this. But in case you were wondering my review, because I keep you guys updated on my buys from Trader Joe's and how I like them, like this is really good, just not very filling. And I'm pretty hungry, so I don't think I'm gonna make that today. I know I bought stuff like freezer stuff for lunches, and it looks like we have some like lean cuisine lasagnas if I want to make that, a pizza or mac and cheese from Trader Joe's. This freezer needs organized, and we need to go through this. This is a lot. I think I'm just gonna eat some lasagna because that's pretty fast. Actually, oh, I'm gonna make this instead. Gnocchi al gorgonzola. That sounds so much better right now. Griffin and I got this the last time I went to Trader Joe's, and it was really, really good. And I thought that we both had it, and I remembered it being good, so I got it again. But apparently Griffin reminded me that he doesn't like gorgonzola. I don't know how or why you don't like gorgonzola, but that means this is all mine. So I'm gonna eat this for lunch. Do I make it on the stovetop or in the microwave? I feel like it'd be better on the stove, but I've never made it in the microwave. Let's do stove. Wait. this looks and smells so freaking good. And I know that this is like a 2-serving meal, and I probably won't be able to eat all of it because gnocchi is way more filling than I ever thought it would be, or like what it looks like. Because I can eat like a whole box of pasta, but for whatever reason, like I can't finish all my gnocchi, which is fine. But since Griffin doesn't like it anyways, it's all mine. But I'm gonna watch at least one video while I eat. I'm so behind on all of my like YouTubers that I love to watch, and I hate it, but I haven't had time to really watch, especially since Vlogtober, because I've just been editing and recording in this like loop. So I try to take time to watch when I eat, but even then, like I'm usually answering emails or doing something else. But today I'm going to watch a video, I'm going to enjoy my lunch, and we'll see what we get into today. I think I'm in the mood for Frankie, which is one of my like favorite Australian Shepherd YouTubers. Frankie to the Moon. If you watch me for dog content, you should be following this channel because it's adorable. I've been following him though since he had like 5,000, if that, subscribers. Now he's up to 25,000. He is just growing like crazy, and I love it. I love that for him. I love Joey, which is like the dog dad, and Frankie is the cutest Aussie ever. So if you want more dog content, you should follow Frankie to the Moon. Griffin is home, and he decided that he wanted to film a late night cookie with Marissa and Griff tonight because he was really excited about whatever recipe he has concocted in his brain, which is
pasta. It's awesome. So I have bacon, salami, onion, ground beef, cheese, and fancy bread.
So fancy pasta.
Fancier pasta than normal pasta.
And on a better note, he brought me a surprise, and it's Marg Mix. Best night ever. I've been out of Marg Mix for a couple of weeks now. Has not been a fun time. But we get to use our first little like glass out of our whatever that's called. I keep wanting to call it a bar cart. Like what do we call it?
An armoire.
That's too much.
Drink cabinet.
Drink cabinet? Yeah, that kind of works. We used our first glass from the drink cabinet and got the salt out of the cabinet.
Bar. It's a wet bar.
But it's not a bar.
Comments, what is it?
What would you call it? Because it's not a cart.
Somebody who's fancier than us.
So it's not a bar cart, but also, yeah, is it a wet bar? Is it a drink cabinet? Is a, I don't know. I have no idea, but we got to use our first cup from it. So that's exciting. So cheers. Peach margaritas, my favorite. This is honestly the first time that we've cooked dinner that is not HelloFresh in like 3 months, right?
Yeah.
We haven't cooked a meal that wasn't sent to our door in a very long time.
I'm kind of excited for it. Part of the fun is like kind of just winging it, right?
For you.
Well, yeah, you don't care about cooking.
No. First things first, Griffin is cutting up an entire onion. Is that all of it? Is that going all in there? I think half is enough.
Half is enough.
His plan has been soiled once again.
Soil it!
Can I get the fancy bread ready? I want to like do the oil dip thing.
You can get half of it and do that.
Okay. One more question. Can you show me how to do that?
And you're gonna need the bread knife. Take your olive oil and your vinegar.
And just do like 50-50 or
You're
more?
probably gonna want more oil than vinegar. There you go. And then take your Italian seasoning. And you're gonna brown some. There you go.
Honestly, fancy bread dipped in like oil, vinegar, Italian seasoning thing could be a meal in and of itself for myself.
It has been.
I know. But Griffin has cut up all of the onions, which are in a small dish, and he diced up some salami, and then now he's gonna dice up some bacon. I know, miss. I'm joking. Right now, the wrong bite.
Yeah?
Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my goodness. Onions have entered the pan. My job is to stir them. I'm tired, Grandpa.
Keep on digging.
Adding salt and pepper to the onions. Oh, I dropped one. Right now. Oh gosh. They taste horrible, little miss. Don't eat it. Did you eat it? Now for the best part. We get to start the penne. Excusez-moi. See, now you're always in my way. God. Get out of there. Griffin's been drinking my Marg, so I'm just gonna make him his own so that he stops drinking mine. So we get to use another tiki glass. So I have these little like colorful things in my glass, which I had in my witch's brew in my last vlog, and you guys were like, what the hell is in your wine? We got these little reusable ice cubes at Marshall's. They were like in the checkout line or something, and so they just freeze and they're reusable ice cubes. Because at our old apartment we had like the ice maker out of the fridge, but this one we don't, and doing an ice cube tray is just too much work, and we can just use these. And then when we're done with them, we put them away and they refreeze. You want the margarita? Cheers. So good. I'm telling you guys, the best Marg mix is the 1800. It's stronger than Jose Cuervo, and I think it tastes better than the Jose Cuervo, but Jose Cuervo is cheaper, of course, but this 1800 peach one, 10 out of 10. Also, we're almost out of bread. Kind of upsetting. Our water is about to boil, so we went ahead and added a pound of ground beef to the sauteed onions. We're adding in the bacon and the salami to the meat and onions, and then we're gonna finish cooking all of the meat as the pasta does its thing. The ground beef is cooked through, everything else is still cooking, but we're gonna go ahead and add the sauce. We're doing the whole can of just like Prego sauce. We just did the tomato, basil, and garlic kind, which is yummy. And then we're doing half a can of water on top of it just to kind of make it saucy. We're adding red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, and some minced garlic to the mix here. Griffin also got this roasted garlic, tomato, and basil cheese that he's gonna like melt into the sauce too. Oh, hey, we do not jump on the oven. That's a big no-no. Back the fuck up, girl. Back it up. Go to your place. Good girl. Lay down. Yes, good girl. You hang out right there. Griffin loves to cook with wine, so we're adding some wine in there. Adding some Zinfandel to be exact. Oh, look at you. Amateur.
I'm working with a very low margin for error here.
This is like the adult equivalent to like when you spill your drink at a party and they go freshman. That's what this is. The time has come to mix the sauce with the nudes, and this is gonna make a mess.
So difficult.
You got it, you got it. Success. Here's how we turned out. We have the other half of our bread too to like soak up some sauce, or I don't know. We just have the other half. We only used half of it earlier. I'm definitely gonna top with Parmesan cheese, but for now, still looks very yummy without it. Taste test. Thoughts?
Your thoughts?
I think it's good. What are your thoughts?
I think it's really good.
Really good?
Yeah.
Definitely a different taste for pasta than I'm used to.
This is the bacon.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's just different.
Yeah, it's not like super like spaghetti saucy.
Yeah, like that's what I was expecting. It's just like pasta with spaghetti sauce, but it's not. Interesting. But it is 9:30. We're gonna watch New Girl while we eat this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully more late night cookings with Marissa and Griff to come, because you guys freaking love these, which is fun for us because they're more laid back. But I love you guys so much, more than you'll ever know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.